So I wanted to talk about Christ consciousness and whether that is the ultimate aim of spirituality. If it's like a codex in a library, and that's the pinpoint. The library has produced the Bible, and it's meant to be the confluence of every node in existence, even if it was through manipulation, even if it was through happenstance, that came about to be produced, the Bible, that it could be a node or used as a node, in reality, beyond our comprehension, to relay powerful information. Whether that is the gospel truth, whether that is just the pinpoint, who knows? But Christ consciousness is the conflation, potential for someone to adhere to the purest form of manhood, perhaps not use Christ as a scapegoat is the argumentation, and attempt to become self-aware, become like Neo in the Matrix, become the one. Recently I had the imagination to think that I could be Christ, like I could be the next thing. I think I'm a very specific thing as organisms go, as souls go, very complex, because it's just turned out that way. And my father is my father, my mother is my mother, so there's a genetic component, a makeup component that's very useful for getting me here, but I'm not entirely pure, and I don't know whether I'm a pure soul. I certainly don't act like it, and in the past I haven't. So, could I be Christ? Probably not, but it's a purification thing as well, like an initiatory thing that you go through to try and get to the goal within you. I think that's important. And whether I can bring on the next step of another resurrection, who the fuck knows? Like, I could be a pinpoint in the tapestry of life that would lead to something of adherence to the next Christ consciousness. But who the fuck knows? So, recently it occurred to me that if there's a Christ, there's an Antichrist, because that's just logic, you know. If there's something that's the antithesis of that thing in the world, it seems darkness, light. Okay, so that means that there's an event in our lives where we feel as if we can achieve this transcending but immersive consciousness that draws us into the tapestry of life. And we're submerged into this antithesis. We're submerged into this Christ thing, and it's beyond us, and it's in our comprehension at the same time. It's a thing that encompasses everything and is the most important thing in the world, and no one cares. But it doesn't matter, because if it was of importance, there's going to be people that hate it or just are completely unaware of it. So it gets to the point in your mind where you think, oh, perhaps I should just act in a way that's akin to me, that shouldn't be of God, because ultimately God will use you to achieve this aim of creating purity in the world, creating everlasting peace, prosperity, or at least his version of Christ consciousness come to life in the flesh again. So this is all metaphorical to some people. It makes sense that way, I suppose. Overall, it's a manifestation of the truest form in what occurs to me is, I read in the atheist Bible that a triangle would imagine God as a triangle. That projection would be at the forefront of their existence, and it's understandable in that way that we would comprehend it in that way and try to relay it through the Christ form. but it seems as if we are the most important organisms at this time besides God. And we are in his image, apparently. So, that means that Christ is, to me, a foreseeable thing, an understandable thing, but I am a human, I am a triangle, so who the fuck knows? But besides that, this transcending thing could come to pass, and it's so breathtakingly interesting. Now, the Christ consciousness, can I achieve that? Can you achieve that? You can get to a state where you're Jake consciousness. I'm Jake. You can get to a state where you're you consciousness. You can get to a state where you think, oh, this is a fabrication. The name to begin with is just a label. So, just don't get too confused. Keep it simple. It's an interesting thought process, a mind experiment. Every node in the galaxy could lead to that central node of energy that kickstarts a system in the Christ consciousness. And the universe could be telling us this at the moment. It could create an anti-Christ consciousness. It could need that to level itself out. Who the fuck knows? Humans are here. We have great potential. I wasn't this way a few years ago. I didn't see things in this creative way. And it's astounding to me that I've been able to, through God's help, achieve a certain amount of understanding and clarity and path forward. And this is all fantastic. And it's so sad that people aren't really aware of this. Think about how sad you would be if you didn't know about this to begin with. So if anything is of use, and ultimately, whether you can achieve Christ, it is unlikely, but the metaphorical imprinting on your life that it can achieve is astounding at the same time. So you can be mistaken and think that you can get there, and ultimately I could be mistaken in myself, but at this very moment explaining it to you, but I feel as if it was just another stage in the path that is ahead of me. And on that path is me trying to help other people. And those are the important things. And the spiritual introversion that this seems to be a part of that was once the cemented extroversion of a society, of Western society and Christendom. And the Bible is the same thing as happenstance of correlating information that created us. Godspeed.